I bet those glasses make you see better.
Andrew, long time no see, buddy. How you been?
So what did you want?
I wanted you to analyze the debate between Redeemed Zoomer and Luigi, if you have your free time.
I didn't watch it.
You should watch it and then tell us your thoughts and feelings.
See, Andrew, I didn't call you back up here, sir. I told him I'm not going to call you up here because you spent plenty of hours with us breaking that debate down, and that would be selfish.
Yeah, but I was super wondering though, what is this idea that all you people with morals and ethics can't reconcile what now?
You can't have a debate where one team is arguing morality and the other team is arguing ethics because they're talking past each other. They're not talking to each other.
Okay, can you explain that to me?
I've been waiting for that too.
Sure. So, when you're arguing a very complex topic for like why culture's fucked and how to fix it requires a moral foundation to enforce law, you're not going to get through to the ethics crowd because they're just going to say what their feelings are on the topic. And you may say, I have a really good argument of why it's morally based to do X, Y, Z. But the ethics crowd are going to be like, yeah, but we don't give a shit about what your Sky Wizard said. My feelings say that I feel like it's more, manly, ethical, efficient, whatever, and then just debunk everything you just said because you're.
So what's the difference between ethics and morals?
One is objective and one is subjective.
Prove it.
God speaks objective truth of what is good and evil, and we can't subjectively interpret it or argue with him or vote on it. It simply is like gravity.
So you're saying that you can't have an ethical system that revolves around God? Like Christian ethics? That's right. That's really weird. I've never heard that before.
You can, but it ends up in these shitty arguments where it's like your feelings versus my feelings, and which
Why?
is very unproductive.
Do you know what stance independent justification is?
No, go ahead and explain that to me.
Yeah, so stance independent reason or assert. It's called philosophical serve. So in ethics, you can have stance independent reasons that don't just come from your preference, just like you do in grounded epistemology for morality. So I don't know why you can't argue those 2 points. That makes no sense.
Try it and see what happens. By the way, did you make much progress with Dave Smith on that?
You're really deviating quite a bit here, and I'm not going to let you obfuscate and deviate. Yeah, so give me the example of why that.
A little bit there. Sorry.
Yeah, tell me why you can't do that.
Again,
why can't you have a stance independent reason for your ethics? I don't understand that.
Whether or not you feel justified enforcing your objective view on your audience, they do not subscribe to the same objective truths. Therefore, you're just yelling past them. You're not telling them why
that doesn't answer my question. Why can't you have a stance independent reason for ethical grounding? I don't. Can you explain that to me?
Isn't that saying that your ethics are decided by you and not like
Yep.
They're just justified. They're justified somehow. That's independent of your own stance.
Justified by who?
It's literally baked into what I'm saying. It's justified by a standard that's not you. Stance independent reason.
Oh, okay.
So is this the village, a higher power? What are we talking about here?
It's whatever the independent reason that's not you would be, whatever that is.
And are those the same standards that moral crowd and ethical crowd share?
Yeah, so moral justification would be a stance independent reason too, wouldn't it?
To ethical people, to godless atheists, it's the same justification?
It could be, if it's the same stance independent reason. I don't see why you couldn't have a stance independent reason for morals and a stance independent reason for ethics. I don't see why you couldn't.
He's gonna go with born with. I feel like something to do with inherent born with or something.
Okay, let me point out one thing. Maybe this will help out both crowds. Okay, one thing I've noticed you guys keep doing is like sometimes ethics will accidentally agree with morality, and they say, "See, we can agree. What's the problem?" The problem is just because that day you luckily agreed with someone doesn't mean you now share the same principle foundations of why.
Yeah, that's why we have stance independent reason. See how that works?
Okay, now go argue with ethical people about what you just said and see if that
I have.
over.
I have argued with them on stance independent reasons like objective truth. There could be objective truth, and people can use that as a sir. I think that there is objective truth, and the moral realist says I also think that there is objective truth. Our stance independent reason, could it be exactly the same?
How do you do that without God, by the way? I'm just curious.
To say that there's an objective truth, you could say that. Yeah, why couldn't you say that there's moral objectivity and objective truth absent God? I don't see why.
I would love to hear
that. Say that.
How do you have moral objectivity without God? Please explain this to me. I'm not familiar with this concept.
Well, if your stance independent reasoning is objective truth, meaning that you think that there is a truth of the matter, meaning there is only one truth, you could believe in that and not believe in God at the same time.
How do two subjective beings arrive at the same conclusion objectively? I'm completely lost.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, if there is an objective truth.
Wait. That's weird. You're lost? Does 2 + 2 equal 4?
That's philosophy, which we can agree on.
No, that's not philosophy. But does 2 + 2 equal 4?
Is it science?
Are you going to answer my question?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Do you think that basically everybody objectively agrees that that's true?
No, because the Octomom was 1 + 1 = 9 or 8.
Most reasonably logical, intelligent people agree. Yes.
Yeah. So then you could say that there's an objective truth that 2 + 2 = 4. Even though, hang on, stop. Let me explain so that you understand, because you don't understand the concept. That's why you think everybody's always talking past everybody else, even though they're not. So you could say, I believe that there's an objective truth. And my demonstration that there's an objective truth is that 2 + 2 always equals 4. I don't need God to demonstrate that. That's an objective truth. And I think that there's always an objective truth of the matter.
Okay, Andrew, we're both math nerds, so you know that there's mathematical proofs to one thing you just said. Now show us the mathematical proof that killing is immoral. What's your mathematical proof for that?
Well, so if you're going to assume that there's an objective truth of the matter, you would have to have a stance independent reason for that. I don't know what that would be, but that's up to you to decide what that is.
Go ahead, you have the floor.
Why? So I need to make your argument for you?
No,
I thought I heard something interesting.
I conceded your point that there are objective truths we can arrive without religion. For example, mathematics. That's granted.
Yeah.
Now,
if your justification is that there is objective truth, then even if you don't know why the objective truth is you shouldn't murder, that doesn't mean it's not objectively true that you shouldn't. You see how that works?
I think the closest thing anyone can be to a
you don't see how that works.
Okay.
The closest thing. Iphi, give me 1 second, man.
Okay, go ahead.
Jeez, please, thank you. Thank you to everybody who's participating too. Never mind. Just go ahead.
You fucker.
Dude, I mean, you got to give people a little bit of time, man. Because okay, so people can have like a. Dude, it's just a thing. You got to let people like. Andrew was only like halfway through it, really, and then you want to guide like the rest. Don't guide it. Just listen a little bit.
I was listening.
You're really smart. You're really smart. And
is somebody gonna like debate this, or like you guys are giving like coaching calls?
We're just talking. We're talking now, Glenn. Calm.
Okay.
Okay, Glenn, you're smart too, buddy. Relax.
No, I'm not. I'm just big and strong. I know that.
Okay, guys, take a break, please. Andrew, so let me give one more example and then see if we're going to get closer to what you're saying and maybe we're going to get warmer or not. So another example, you started with philosophy. Good job. I agree. And now I'll even move into the realm of science. I think you can agree that objective truth is easily found within the realm of science. We all agree that gravity exists. We all observe it.
Yeah, but science is a social construction based on philosophy.
I thought it was one of the main branches.
And if you didn't
physical things.
If you didn't discover that it's subjective,
Nope. Science is just a methodology which is socially constructed. That's it.
So you don't think we can find objective truths about the physical universe, for example, by using
That's
science?
not
I
what
don't think that's
science
what he
claims.
said.
Science claims if it's not
Right.
falsifiable, it's not scientific. So
Well, that was my attempt to see if we could take this
I
discussion.
heard this thing where science actually makes it illegal to prove God or disprove God.
No,
Like,
that's this retarded butthurt atheist.
never mind. That was someone called Word Wizard. But guys, thank you so much. I appreciate your guys' time.
Anytime. Have fun.
Hilarious, guys. You guys are great too. Thank you.
Thanks. Are you not entertained?
anyway, yeah, you can have. I'm just telling you how it works. I'm saying that you can have a SIR, stance independent reason for justification, and not believe in God. It doesn't mean it's right. It just means that you can.
Okay, and if that's what you think is the most effective tool to convince your opponents, that's fine. I'll be happy to observe your interaction with these people and see how well that goes. But
I mean, I don't know what that has to do with the claim. Like, let's say it's the most unconvincing thing ever. So what?
Well, fine. Like, where's the argument? Like,
Do you have an argument against the
I'm
claim
trying
or
to
not?
get to it, Glenn, but I failed at science apparently, since we don't agree on science either. So
We don't agree on science? What do you think science is?
I think it's the methodology in which we seek objective truths about the physical universe, but you have a different definition. So, what do you think?
So then you think that there are scientific facts that are irrefutable? Can you name one?
I think there are scientific facts that are placeholders until we are able to prove it at a later date. But
Well, then it's not objectively true, is it, dumb fuck?
it's good enough to.
Well, then it's not objectively true, is it?
Does gravity objectively exist? Yes or no?
The force does, yeah.
Prove it.
Use
Prove
the
that
force.
okay, sure. I'll drop this thing in front of me. Oops,
There you
there's a force. There's a force. I just proved there's a force. What do you want me to say from there?
I think we're kind of agreeing, but I don't think you've gone through this debate before. So.
Oh no, I've gone through this debate before many times.
You have you bridge the gap between the physical realm and the metaphysical realm.
You're talking about is is versus oughts, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about whether or not you can have a justification ethics that stands independent. And you can.
That's the
Can you
easy
refute?
part. So
Yeah, can you refute that?
I was trying to convince you that we agree on.
Yeah, there's no distinction in the is ought. Nobody can bridge the is ought gap. We're not even trying to.
We can. We do it all the time.
Okay. Oh, okay, great. Then bridge it. Bridge the is ought gap. Be the first person in philosophical history who's bridged the is ought gap.
Buckle
Go ahead.
your seatbelts, kids. All
can't wait.
So consider this subject called human. So the human exists in three realms of reality: the physical, the mind, and the soul. And so there used to be a duality debate, but we're ways past that part now. We all agree that there's a physical realm and a non-physical realm, so we're good there. So the bridge between the physical human, which is obviously his blood, bones, body, brain, all that jazz, and the soul, which obviously has no physical properties, has no
Obviously.
basis in even philosophy or barely even religion. And the only reason why we know in religion is because God gave us the answers. He said, by the way, you have a soul. And we were like, neat, what does that mean? And so the only thing that the secular approach can ever get to is like the first half of the bridge, which is the mind. The mind is the spirit realm in which the physical interacts with the soul. And so you can't ever measure the soul or even detect it, but you can measure the mind, for example. Like that's what humans call consciousness.
Oh, great. Okay, I'm gonna concede that all of this is true. Can you tell me what we ought to do with that knowledge?
Ought is a soul question. So again, that's what morality answers. Morality is the only.
Oh, gotcha. So then you can't. So you don't have a bridge between what is true and what ought be done with what is true. Got it.
Is the mind. Which connects physical ramifications of the soul's choices.
Great. Okay. So in my mind, it says it's okay for me to eat a person. Can you tell me why I ought not do that?
That's the mind without the connection to the soul realm, which is God's morality. You're trying to figure out morality just from the physical and spiritual realm, which is what
Yeah, what
Confucius
is.
did and Buddhists did. They all
No, they
tried it and
didn't.
they failed.
Yeah, everyone tries it and fails because you can't bridge
And
is and
even
ought.
some Christians, Andrew, fail to understand.
All have failed is and ought, because just giving a description for what is true doesn't mean that we know what we ought to do with what is true. That's why that divide exists. Can't be done. You still haven't done it, by the way.
Perhaps in your world, Andrew. Maybe in your world, it
Well,
can
I'm just waiting to hear how we get an ought from an
I
is.
just said it. I just said.
Because we have a mind, man, and like a soul, man, and the soul and the mind interact in a way, man, where the ises
Yeah,
become the
dude.
oughtses and the oughtses become the ises.
Yeah, dude, it's like philosophy and shit, man. It'll blow your brains.
Yeah, that's not philosophy. I don't even know what you're just talking gibberish, bro.
Okay, let's pick an easier topic. Are you familiar with consciousness?
No,
or
I don't really want to
sentient?
pick any. I want to know how you get an is from an ought.
I'm trying to see if you can understand the nature of the bridge or not. If
It
you can, then there's no
doesn't
point
require
discussing.
questions for you to explain how we get an is from an ought. Why does that require you questioning me?
One more time, Andrew. The ought is the realm of the soul. God determines ought through morality. His word determines good and evil. Period.
Okay, so just you existing then is not a determination
so
for
now,
what is
Andrew,
moral. There's an external stance, independent reason for where you get the ought. Oh, okay. I could have sworn I just said that.
So now, Andrew, the $1 million question to you is: how do we get from God in the soul realm to Andrew in the physical realm?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, I don't know. You tell me. You're the one who has the is ought distinction.
I would recommend the mind. There's a reason why God gave us brains. He was hoping we were going to use them one day. So we'll wait and see. But until then,
oh, so I get to oughts. So I get to oughts from my brain.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Your brain is the link between your
so
soul
how do I,
and your human
so how
body.
do I know? So how do I know that what I'm doing is correct?
You don't go on your own. All you can do on your own, Andrew, is use your own logic and your own reason, which is what the ethical crowd does, Andrew.
So what
you're arguing.
So what is true is not what you ought do. Got it. Like I just said 50
They can
times.
never reach the ought, Andrew, because they are limited to just the question of is. All they are limited to is science and sociology.
No,
and
listen, you can't bridge the gap. You can't bridge the gap between is and ought, period. Can't be done.
I just did 5 times.
No, you never did. No, you never did.
I can't help you. I don't know what
you never actually bridged the gap. You just said this is true, and so your mind should tell you what you ought to do. What the fuck does that mean? That doesn't mean anything.
Is that what I said?
Yes.
No.
That's what you said.
I said that's the bridge. Now we have to use the most important tool here, which is philosophy. Philosophy is the roots of the all truth seeking. Now, if the question is, what are the
I'm going to go ahead and dismiss that presupposition because I don't agree.
Before you disagree with it, or is that okay?
Well, no, I mean, the thought doesn't matter. I already disagree. I already disagree with the presupposition. So where you go from there doesn't matter.
That's fine.
The presupposition that philosophy itself is the precursor or the necessary precondition to know what you should do, I reject.
It's the roots of the tree of
I reject that
for truth. So
I don't believe that.
Philosophy. One branch is science and one branch is religion. They both are truth-seeking methods, but one is for physical things and one is for non-physical things.
Yeah, so again, I reject the idea that the entire root for epistemology has to be philosophy.
Some would even argue that the philosophy itself is in the non-physical realm of the spirit realm of ideas and like axioms and
logic. Yeah, they would say that logic's a transcendental category, but not philosophy.
And arithmetic and other things that religion doesn't care about.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, are you ever going to bridge the is ought?
I just did.
You never did.
Time, but again, sometimes my audience.
Well, I have to go. I have to go eat because this is annoying, and you don't know how to answer questions. So
hey, Andrew,
I'll see you later.
Do you have a moment for me to ask you a quick question?
Yeah, Joe's here. Answer his questions.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. No, there he is. So no, Joe. He had to go.
Thanks for watching. There is hope in Jesus Christ. He will never leave you or forsake you. Like and subscribe and join our Discord for friends and more.